skin tone to Veyron, but still very childlike, very kind of dainty, girly, and kind of would skip around, very energetic.
So as this discussion of how to proceed is happening, and you're still keeping a watch out on the cemetery, you see something unexpected. You see Sally skipping through the cemetery holding a lantern.
Oh.
And you see Sally. She kind of skips this way. And when she's right about here, she pauses and she looks at you. Veyron, come with me. I found the most wonderful place in the forest to play. And then she skips off behind the crumbling wall and through the broken fence. And you are compelled to follow her.
Do I even, like, is there any room for saying anything to anybody, or is it just immediately just leave, follow?
Like if you wanted to make some sort of exclamation, if you wanted to say something back to Sally, but as soon as you saw Sally, the only thought in your mind, that's your sister. And she wants you to follow her.
So, yeah, I'm making a gasp or something, and it's like, just run.
Where are you going?
They're very stealthy. Were they trying to stealth for that, or like, do we notice?
I'm not trying to stealth.
I was gonna say I don't think that there would be any attempt to stealth per se, because
if you did, we would never notice and see you again.
Yeah, I was gonna say you now have to use your full movement every turn until you can save out of this to follow Sally.
Okay, so Crowl is grabbing Vesper up on the shoulder. You go. And considering that Brusk and Crowl are very tall, we're both probably just going to sprint. We don't need to breathe.
Yep.
None of us have to breathe except for Veyron.
That is true. I don't breathe.
Technically, true.
Yeah.
God, so we're full sprinting to go catch him.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And what are your respective?
Time I had to run for a boy.
What are your respective movement speeds?
I'm pretty sure it's only 30.
Are we all the standard 30?
Wait a minute. I think mine's a little faster.
I'm 35.
Yeah, but you're riding on Crowl.
I know.
If you get off Crowl, you'll.
So you don't get to run extra fast because if you're currently being carried by the scarecrow.
Yeah, I'm just the standard 30.
40.
40. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll give you the extra 10.
As long as I do a full sprint, it's 40.
Okay. So I would say that you can, if Crowl or if Veyron is sprinting and Crowl is also sprinting, I'd say that you can probably catch up to Veyron in 2 or 3 turns. For the time being, though, we are going to move. Over here.
Poor old Brusk getting left behind again.
As what's that?
He still has the ball. It's fine.
As you
Yeah.
chase after Sally, Veyron, it's like you can never quite catch her. You catch glimpses of her and of her lantern, and she continues calling out to you, Veyron, let's go. I found it's gonna be so much fun. Wait until you see it. It's great. We can play there all night. and then disappears behind a tree just out of reach. And you're running through the forest. You're not even sure if you're on the path anymore. It's dark and misty and cold. But the only thing that matters is catching Sally. And I will say that, within a couple of turns, Crowl, you're able to catch up to Vesper. What would you like to do, if anything?
I would like to jerk my hand out and grab Veyron by the back of his armor and clothes and just dig in hard, because you've seen Crowl. He's got the claws.
Yep. Okay.
Snatch, grab.
Make a unarmed attack roll to see if you can grapple Veyron. And Veyron, I'm going to have you roll an opposing acrobatics.
Does he look
Okay.
a little bit cloudy, like he might be under the effect of a spell?
It's hard for you to tell because you're chasing from after him from behind. You can't really see his face. There's no other outward physical signs of him being under a spell. If you could see his face and make an insight check, you might be able to tell that. But unless Prowl is able to successfully grapple Veyron, you won't be able to see that just now.
So
In that case-
I don't have that written down. Can I do an opposing acrobatics?
Can I have Veyron make a wisdom save so that I can cast command and tell him stop?
Yeah.
Okay, while you do that, Vesper is on my shoulder, so
Yeah.
It was
It's
a
fine,
16
acrobatics.
DC,
Okay, cool.
so you now have to stop. In
Okay.
theory.
So between Prowl grabbing a hold of Veyron and the command, Veyron, your mind is you feel very torn. You're very confused because you need to catch up with Sally. You need to catch Sally. That's your sister, and she's running alone in these dark woods. And not only that, but you haven't seen her in so long, and she wants you to come play. But at the same time, there's this other force that has stopped you in your tracks, and you can't seem to break free of. What do you do? You're able to speak and everything, so
Starts yelling, like, Sally, let me go, let me go, Sally, Sally, let me go.
What the fuck is that? There's no one there, Veyron. It's only us. There's no one there.
She was right there. You have to let me go. You have to let me go.
But
You have
Veyron,
to get her. She can't handle. She is too small. She needs me. I need to go and get her. Let me go.
jerk. I'm gonna jerk Veyron closer to me and make him spin around to look at me and Vesper while we wait for Brusk to catch up.
okay. I would like you both to make opposing athletic or acrobatics checks again, please,
Okay.
to see if you're able to spin Veyron around. And Veyron, as you try to spin Veyron around, Veyron slips from your grasp and takes off running again.
Vesper!
The act of spinning them in place, that movement, I'm gonna for just, dramatic effect, I'm gonna say that breaks them out of the command, and they are able to slip free.
Well, I'm already faster than him anyway.
Yep.
Since I'm really close. Sprint forward to get in front of him to make sure he runs into me and wrap both arms around him.
Okay. Okay, this time I want Veyron to make an acrobatics check, and Prowl is going to make an attack roll, but make it with as if it were an unarmed strike. But you can use your dex for that.
Okay.
Wait for the attack roll to come in first.
See if Veyron can avoid Prowl
That's not what I wanted.
You're stabbing me?
No, I'm bringing the information here. So that makes... No, I'm not
It is a
sorry.
dex melee attack. The roll
That's
should be
okay.
about the
Like,
same.
okay, so just roll a d20 and add your dex modifier to it for me.
Okay. I'm gonna cry.
I think if you click on dexterity on your sheet, it should.
You know, Bruss is trying to catch up, sees like the shadows of all this, and is like, oh, those boys look like they're having fun.
I
So
get
much
to play
fun.
this. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Maybe I don't.
Is that correct?
well,
The
help.
+7? So that's an
+7 is good.
11. Oh, Veyron only got a 9 on acrobatics. Prowl, do you have a claw attack?
Harvestborn do have a natural attack, but I didn't put it on my sheet.
Okay, okay. You know what? Roll your normal, like, dagger attack damage.
I'm not trying to hurt him, but okay.
I know you're not, but this is what happens when you're grappling with each other and you've got claws. So, Veyron, you take 7 points of slashing damage, and suddenly your mind clears. Sally can't be here. Sally is... You can say whether or not Sally would be in a different realm entirely if she's already been reborn in Druskenwald after her living death on the material plane, but Sally, there's no way that Sally could be here.
Or
Something
that young.
got into your mind, but you can understand that now. As Crowl, you wrap your arms around Veyron. Not intentionally, but, you know, slicing a little bit in the process with your claws. But you also see Veyron's eyes clear. Their face suddenly looks less desperate and more confused and concerned.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, but it was the only way to get you to see again. You know, reality. You
What the
you with us
fuck?
again?
Are you okay?
Oh my god! There was just. Was it? Oh, my little sister. She was there, and she was saying, "Come." And she couldn't have been here. She couldn't. She.
Well, I can tell you there
In
was
this
no one
plane.
here but us.
I saw her.
I would like,
Something got to me.
as you all stand in the forest, trying to understand what has happened to Veyron, looking around you, Vesper, Prowl, and Brusk, please roll me wisdom saves.
Wisdom.
Oh!
Crow hates everything. That's it.
There's just
Thank
nothing
you, Vesper.
Must be nice to sit to roll wisdom saves.
Okay.
But actually succeed.
I have +8.
Yeah, let's see.
Please
So
tell
if
me
I
your
add my
modifier.
bonus to that, I have 14.
Shit.
I don't like the music change.
It's time to cry.
Assume.
Did we get a wisdom save from Crowl? Is it
Yeah.
just not coming through? I can click on it if we want.
I can try it again. Hang on.
Yeah, these sheets are.
They're
being a little
working.
bit overswung.
They're working okay for me, so I can click it if you would like.
Yeah, that's correct.
Can you tell me what this is?
Okay, so
The effect.
Crowl, Vesper. Oh, it's a charm effect.
Brisk was 14 with his modifier.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Brusque is 14 with the modifier.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, it is a charm effect. So are any of you immune to charm effects?
I am.
You are. Okay. Well, you would have succeeded anyway.
Okay.
Brusque, are you immune to charm effects?
No.
Wonderful.
I'm not immune to charm, but my result is 14. Yes.
That is still a fail.
Good.
Great.
As you all look around trying to figure out what just happened to Veyron, just a little ways into the forest, peeking out from behind a tree. Well, first, Brusque, will you please describe to us someone from your life that you trust implicitly?
Oh, trust. Okay, that's hard. Yeah, there's the boys back home. Do I trust the boys? No, I can't even trust them to throw a football. No, no wait, football doesn't. I can't trust them to throw a dart. So trust. Trust is hard. He trusts himself. What do you see clones of himself? That'd be fun. You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Himself?
Yeah.
So, it's weird, but it makes perfect sense in your mind. You
yeah.
see yourself holding a lantern, and you call out, your other self calls out to you. This way. This is the safe way out. You need to escape.
Gotcha.
And you feel compelled to follow yourself through the woods.
Makes perfect sense.
What the rest of you see, and Veyron, you managed to break out of this charm effect. So you are now immune for the next 24 hours.
Sick.
As well as Vesper and Kral, because you succeeded on your wisdom save. And Kral is immune to charm effects anyway. What you see is this. It is a mockery of a wolf. It looks like a wolf, but its head, and particularly its mouth, are just enormous. It's got coarse, mangy fur and two huge, glowing eyes that you can immediately tell there's some sort of magic in those eyes. Some sort of cool, that as if it is calling to you at your core. And as you watch, the eyes glow a little bit, and you can see a little drool dribble out of its large maw full of sharp teeth. And its eyes glow a little bit, and then it turns and runs into the forest. And Brusque follows it.
Ah, jeez.
Seeing Brusque follow, can I cast a spell magic on Brusque?
Yeah. What's the range on the spell? Just out of curiosity.
Let me check that.
Yeah, it was like maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20 feet behind you guys, so now I'm probably like double my move away from
120
that, so...
feet.
Yeah. Okay, I should be within that.
So yeah, I was going to say, even with his dash speed, I'm going to say that you're able to cast your spell. What is the spell? Do you have to have line of sight?
Well, I mean, you should be able to see me. I'm lit up like a lantern with this bowling ball.
Yes, but
Just
it
says
is a
within range.
dense foggy forest. So I just want to
Oh,
within
okay.
range.
within range. Okay, perfect. So what spell are you casting?
Dispel magic.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Roll a spell attack for me.
Sweet.
Let's go.
It is For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
So that will be a... Well, I don't know what level spell that is, but...
I'm going to have to kind of like use DM discretion because it's not so much a spell as it is an ability, but it is magic in nature. So
I have +8 to my spell stuff.
okay.
Well, 4 for the modifier, 8 if you want me to do a spell attack.
Yeah, do a spell attack.
Okay.
Okay, so 8 total. All right.
Plus 8. So 13 plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay, 21. Yeah, that's good.
Russ,
21.
you managed to get your movement speed is 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say that by the time Krell managed to grapple Veyron and break Veyron out of this haze, and they're trying to figure out what was happening, and then, I'm going to say that you caught up to them. So you're about 60 feet further into the forest from your friends, following yourself to safety, when suddenly your mind clears. And wait,
no
what?
way that wasn't
Like,
me.
that was insane. Like, why would I be following myself into a forest?
Also, why would I be holding a lantern? That's stupid. I got a bowling ball.
Sure, that also. But yeah, so your mind clears, and you're not sure what just happened, but that was weird. And it kind of sounds a little bit like whatever happened to Veyron.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he didn't really get to see the resolution of that so clearly. But...
Nobody really did. They just knew that Veyron was seeing something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I think you would have caught up to them with enough time to hear at least part of that discussion prior to being charmed yourself. So you're still...
Veyron was yelling.
Huh?
Veyron was yelling.
Yeah, exactly. Veyron was yelling, and so even if you were a little ways back, like, you would have been close enough to hear a lot of what happened. You haven't seen the wolf creature, but you do know that something was in your mind for at least a moment, long enough for you to run 60 feet from your friends into the forest.
Okay.
And you guys look around, and it does appear that you're still on some sort of path. You're not... Those of you who chased Veyron from the cemetery will know that it's the same path that led out of the cemetery. But, like Veyron, you see that you're on a path, and you're not sure if it's the same one that led from the cemetery, but you're on some sort of path in the woods.
Yeah, I think Brusk will double back to be with the rest of the group. Like, yeah, he doesn't want to get split up.
Yeah.
Well, alright, we don't got much of a choice. We either get hunted in the middle of the woods with very little visual, or we continue down this path and see where it wanted us to go, but be aware of our wits. I take the wits.
Seems like the most reasonable.
What was the wolf thing?
Probably the thing that was casting spells on you and apparently Brusk. You okay?
Am now.
If any of you would like to make either a nature or arcana check, you may. If you would like to try and figure out what the...
I would like to
No.
boop someone with guidance if they're going to.
Sure was.
So there's something I'm not able to write onto my sheet. I am proficient with nature, so it should be 2 higher because of my species. But because the 2024 sheet is buggy, it's missing 2.
Okay.
Because you couldn't, yeah. So I'm going to use that. Just make it 2 higher.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an 18.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Now, Vesper, did you want to give me guidance or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna, yeah.
we're guidance buddies. Boop.
For guidance, buddy.
You know what this is even without the guidance, but sure. So, Prowl, you've
Yes.
heard of this thing before. You weren't sure if it was real. It's
Uh-oh.
one of those things that you hear about residing in the deep woods of Wickermore Hollow.
Oh, that's
One of the Crooked Queen's abominations. Twisting facsimiles of nature.
oh fuck.
Stories of wolf attacks can often be heard in taverns from the mouths of boastful men, or as warnings told to quiet children before bed. For the hypnovulvan, there are no such cautionary tales, unless you are a far traveler like Krell, who's heard some of the stranger tales of the land. Those who manage to survive an encounter with the hypnovulvan keep such stories to themselves, afraid to share what they truly saw. Hypnovulvan are wolves transformed by the crooked moon's twisted light. Howling wolves that stare too deeply into its wicked face become transfixed. The pale light fills their widening eyes. Their appetite expands tenfold, and they learn to use the moon's hypnotic glow to charm their prey.
Ogla,
Yes?
someone wants to say hi.
Yeah?
Oh,
Hello? Is it a Rowan?
We can't see her.
Say it loud.
Say it loud so she can hear you.
Hi, Roro!
amazing.
Hi, Rowan! Hi, bud! I miss you!
That's a baby.
Yeah, so that is, you're pretty sure that's the creature that just tried to lure you into the woods.
I'm gonna share this with the party.
Mm-hmm.
So that there creature is a hypnovulvan, kind of a wolf-like creature that, well, hypnotizes you, gets in your head. Now, I never seen one. I only ever heard tales when I've been traveling. That thing's horrifying and should not be here. While I was previously willing to go chasing, I think I'm more willing to go home.
Okay.
If it'll let us.
What are your guys' passive perceptions?
14.
14?
I am no longer taking penalties from darkness because I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Yes, you do.
So my normal perception is base 10. I don't know how improved that will be with better vision.
I think your passive perception is your base wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah, mine's 20.
If I remember correctly.
Over
Let me-
here.
Quickly.
It's
Like your
10.
perception plus 10, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
10 plus modifiers.
My bad. I don't know why I clicked on that. I was trying to click.
Oh, my passive 16 then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, as you stand on this forest path discussing this, informing your companions of what just almost lured you, you do notice there appears to be a clearing not too far away.
It's probably what it wanted us to go to.
I'm sorry, guys. Hang on one second. I think I hear my dogs barking, and I need to go,
Okay.
like, harassing the
Okay.
neighbors type barking. So I need to
Oh
go
no.
grab them. So
Time to reprimand the children.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello again, chat. How are you doing today?
What
Okay.
chaos
You guys
can we
have
start
to-
now?
Okay,
I don't know. I like failing saves. It makes for a more fun story. Legitimately, I'm not being sarcastic when I'm saying like, "Oh, delightful!" 8 out of fail will save. It makes the story fun.
Yeah,
And
it
the result
does.
will be feral.
I just had to create a sister on the spot, and I was like, "Fuck."
Congratulations, you now have Sally.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, uh, trust. Brush does kind of have trust issues, but like, trusting yourself. That's so conceited. But you know what? That's a new character for him.
For him, I wouldn't say it's conceited, it's more like a trauma thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
so sorry to
You get
everyone
yourself a
that...
gang of like what, 30 people? Do you really trust any of them? It's like
Yeah,
it's like picking someone in chat to trust, you know?
that's fair.
No, chat are always super trustworthy. What do you mean?
Mm.
Yeah, sure,
Oh,
Shad
good.
is always
Imagine if he did
trustworthy. You
just
know what?
say like all of the boys. Would it have been one boy, or would it have been like the entire posse of boys just being like all holding lanterns and like flexing and posing and letting their great big long gray boar tongues dangle out and you're like, yeah, come on, boss, this way.
I didn't know where that was
Yeah,
going at
no.
any point.
So if we want to be unhinged, so whose character is the monster fucker?
That's probably
I mean,
Vesper.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my lacks the proper equipment.
Yeah, Rusk is immune to that.